Today I am designing and putting together a whole bunch of pillow boxes. Let me show you. So I just walked in the house because I did science fair this morning, first of all with Charlie, and now I am putting together all of these boxes. So you can see I have kind of a working mess here, but what I like to do is I'll sit down, I'll design, I'll get most of the designs done. I actually usually start with a prototype and I just print that off the printer, cut it with a pair of scissors to see if I can make it work. Once I have a working copy done, I cut that out and make sure that it's good to go, and then I start cutting the rest of the boxes that I've designed. So I'm going to show you some of the different ones that I have here, as well as how to put one of these together. And as always, they're available in my Karina Gardner shop and my Silhouette shop, and you might even find them in my Etsy shop. So for the fox, you can see I have the bunny right here. Not very many pieces, and by the way, they're all a little bit different, so you're not going to be able to really like mix and match them because some of them kind of have different tops to them. In particular, the essential one, so I'll show that to you. So you're just going to fold it all the way around like this. You can see it has a really beautiful inward cut. That's why it's called a pillow box. And you can see down here, this is the base, okay? So you can use Elmer's glue, you can use hot glue, you can use a glue stick like this. I'm going to start with this glue stick and see if I really like it. I'm going to probably glue the back one, because this is going to be the front, the back one first. So I'm just going to come in, add glue down here like this on this side, and then as well to this other side. And then come up and glue it together. I just mostly want you guys to see how this box comes together so really beautifully. You can see that see how it presses in. So this makes it, this is why it went through a few different mock-ups, because I needed to make sure that it would really work. So you have that kind of increase in, which is really cool. You can glue down, and we should glue down these inside pieces. Notice I waited to do it, and the reason is because of that indent. I don't know exactly how it's all going to lay out. So I actually am not going to use this glue. I'm actually going to use hot glue. I'm just going to do a dab on either side and then close it in. All right, I did one dab on that side and I'm just pushing it in. So it comes with that fold. It's going to fold right into it. It also really makes this box a little extra sturdy. Pushing it in even more right there. Okay, so that's done. You're going to leave these other pieces out, right? Because they're just going to go in, fold in, and then tuck in. So here's the cute part. We are going to put together this little fox face for this box. And by the way, once again, like, just pay attention. Some of the different ones, even though it's one of my pillow boxes and they're built the same way, be aware that some of these have different openings, and you'll see that in my store. If it's called a pillow 3D box, that's what these sets are. All right, so put that guy together like that and just, you know, layering it on pretty easily here. He does have a cute little tongue, and that's the piece that goes in, which is kind of fun. So I'm just going to glue this to the front of this box while it's flat. If you want to do this before you put the whole thing together, that's a great idea. You noticed I did mine first only so I could show you guys how it all went together, but truthfully, you can do it, do all of this pieces before. You can do all of this before. I'm going to put a little glue on this little tongue, which is our insert. I'm having trouble here. Lay that in place. Let that sit and make sure that it gets nice and firm in place. When you go to tuck it in, you're going to see this, that it's going to be able to tuck into that little slit there, but you're not going to want to do it until it's fully glued down. Now, the next pieces are, we've got some ears and we've got this cute little tail. The tail is easy, and I would recommend either pop dotting or gluing it. And then you're going to add the little piece here, you'll notice every single one of these are just a little bit different. Some of them are animals, some of them are just meant to be pretty little gift boxes. So as you're choosing which one you're going to do, kind of just pay attention to that. I have lots of designers at my University of Arts of Design where they do different things, and I love seeing all the different variations. So you could pop dot this if you wanted, or you can just take a little bit of hot glue and just glue it onto the back. If you don't glue it too tightly, you'll go ahead and get that 3D effect that's, many of us are looking for. So I'm just going to throw that on. I also you'll notice I did this in a different orange, and that's just so it really pops all the way. All right, tail is done. So cute. And last but not least, we have the ears. Okay, so the whites of the ears are the background, right? And we have these cute little black pieces as well. The tab is on the orange part, and I know it is very, very thin and little. You might need to use something like an X-Acto knife or something else just to help you get that die line folded. And that's okay. Once you have that folded, just like that, then you can glue it onto the white piece. Now, last but not least, we want this little black piece put on. You're just going to glue it to the top, and it should fit exactly on it. This is probably in a good shape, so I can glue it down. But what I'm going to do is I want to just make sure that this slit is open enough. And so I just kind of stick my fingernail in it and then make sure that I can close it up. There we go. And that should pop it down. Probably, since I'm still designing these and working them out, you might see that I have a little bit bigger of a slit, just like a full cut instead of just a slit, to make it really, really easy for you. Next, I'm going to throw on the ears, and you can see it's a very, very tiny piece. I'm just going to use hot glue because I really do want it to stay, but I didn't want it to take up a lot of space. So I know it is tiny, but it will make it really, really cute. So just hold it in place right here on the side, just like that. So cute. Okay, I just want to show you, I did fix this for all of these files. So if you buy one of these pillow boxes, you'll see that I have an extra big cut. I'm going to make a few of these and show you some examples. Here are just a few of the finished ones that I have to show you. There are a lot more in my store, so if you're checking them out, just look for Pillow 3D box. And you can get this fun, I just love the shape of these because they're so fun, and they're great for parties, for favors, anything that you want to throw in here. They also specifically fit a tea bag. So I love a little tea bag, and I set these up for myself knowing that I think it would be really cute to stick a couple of these in here and do a little gift and a little write-up to someone that you love. Especially if you're using one of these like for Valentine's Day, and you can see that it just fits perfectly in there if you want a couple of those or some little sweet treats. I also love these because the ones that do have the little animal shape, their little tongue comes out and it's kind of silly and fun. So I hope you guys really enjoy these, and go check out all the different varieties in my shops. And just a reminder, you can find these in my KarinaGardner.com shop, my silhouette shop. Check out all the different designs because there's far more than the ones that I'm just showing you right now. And I hope you really enjoy making these. And if you thought this was fun and you wish that you could learn how to design, come check out the University of Arts and Design to learn more about creating your own design business. That's at uad.education.
Can't wait to see you soon.